You're listening to For the Fighter in You.
Another great show in store for us today. A woman who is billed as the world's best MMA fan. And when you hear all about her, you're going to see why she was given that title. We are absolutely thrilled to be speaking today with Debbie Gamble. How you doing, Debbie?
Hey, good. How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You're such a fabulous person. And, you know, I've been seeing you at all the shows over the years. And I kept saying, who is this woman who everybody is flocking around? You always have a ton of people around you and taking pictures and everything. And I finally asked a couple of people and they're like, this is the #1 MMA fan in the world. And once we start to get to know you, everyone at home will see why. It's so cool to hear just how much you have given to the sport of MMA and how much the sport of MMA gives back to you. What was it, I guess, about the sport that you so fell in love with?
Oh man, I would say the people, not just the sport. Of course, it's fun watching, everybody fall over, if there's a knockout or whatever, but they look like feathers falling over some of them. But no, I think it's the people, like yourself.
No, thank you.
Yeah, all the people, man, they're like family to me. I really love the people and what they do and all the dedication they put into the sport.
Well, you certainly picked the right state to fall in love with MMA. So many shows in Florida now, is we're one of the few states that's open for business. When you go to the Florida State Athletic Commission and you look at the schedule, there's like 3 or 4 shows every weekend in every market. So there'll be
Every
3 or 4
weekend.
shows in, Lauderdale, Miami, 2 shows in Tampa, 1 show in Orlando, 1 in Jax. I mean, it's just crazy,
Yeah.
Tallahassee, the Panhandle.
Tons, yeah.
It's just tons of shows here in Florida over the last 3 or 4 months. Do you have a chance to get, how many shows were you able to get to? I know COVID was a tough year. How many shows were you able to get to, in 2020?
2020 was only like 10.
Mm-hmm.
The year before it was 31.
Wow.
Yeah.
31 shows.
And that's
Think about that.
including some of the weigh-ins.
Yeah, no
Because I
kidding.
started doing that because I love the weigh-ins too.
Oh, yeah,
you get more
absolutely.
time with everybody until they're running around at the show, and you don't have time they don't have time to breathe. They're running around.
There's so many
Very busy.
promotions
Yeah.
and, there's so many great promoters. I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you have a favorite show?
No, I mean I do. I love XFN. I love them all. My room proves it. My room proves that I love everybody. I have all the promotions. I even have the Fighting News on my door.
Wow.
I put the Fighting News on my door. He gives me all kinds of stuff. He gave me a hat. He gave me a mask, the XFN, and then his name on the side there. So yeah, I have a lot of I love them all. You can't put me on the spot. I love them all.
It's like asking you to choose between your babies. We're not going to do any Sophie's Choice to you here today.
Yeah, right.
Your room does say it all. In 2018, you got an award for Fan of the Year.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that was wild and amazing, and
Yes.
just a great night. I know you really appreciated it. Tell us all about that night. That was at the MMA Awards, right?
Oh yeah, yes it was. Yes it was. I had somewhat of an idea, but not. And then once they called my name up there, Christopher called my name. Oh my goodness. I was like shaking the whole way up with my walker. I thought maybe I might fall, but I didn't. I held on.
It was really
tight.
great to see everybody on the stage. There were 5 or 6 different promoters on the stage and all those teams. There were referees, there were doctors,
There's the picture right
fight
here.
schools. Oh yeah, let's check it
I
out.
have the picture right here. I wish I could zoom in.
It was a special night.
Yeah,
A special
this
night.
picture, yeah, I know you can't see it that well, but yeah, the promoters, everybody's back there. Even some of the fighters. Some of the fighters were there too. Yeah, that was, I mean, all I can yell out because I was so nervous and shaking inside. I was too excited to talk. Was I love you all. That was it. I
Well,
remember exactly what I said.
through the magic of editing, I'm going to show close-ups of some of these cool pictures on
Okay, that's
your
right.
now
Good.
infamous wall of fame. So you can tell us all about the walls, talk about some of the pictures, and we'll be looking at it as you're telling us about it.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. Now, some of these people were people who I really didn't know their names. I just asked them, "Oh, can I get your picture? Can I get a picture with you?" So bear with me. Of course, there's Jessica Borga. Oops, no, sorry.
The Black
There's
Widow.
Jessica Borga and me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when I won the award. She was there, her and her boyfriend. And here's Donnie Bush fighting over here. And then of course the nice photographer Kevin. Kevin takes nice pictures. And here's Philip. His promotion's not there anymore. The best of the best. Do you remember them?
Right.
Yeah. Here's Philip. That was at one of his. I traveled all over for his. He went way down there. I don't even remember the city. And then let's see. Of course, there's the awards like we were talking about. And there's Frank. Frank that does the awards. You can't really see that one now. But yeah, this wall is probably glaring and stuff because I have tape over it because my pictures get messed up through the time. I mean, they've been on my wall for years and years. So
It's the Debbie Gamble lamination technique I see there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. See this guy here?
Yep.
This guy here. Okay, I don't know his name. He came up to me and asked me if I was the number one MMA fan. And he wanted a picture with me, and there I did it for him.
Isn't it funny how it turns around now? Like I noticed that at the shows, everybody's gathering around you like moths to a flame, and everybody wants to get their picture with you. So what started off you getting your picture with all the famous fighters and famous fight schools and referees and doctors, now they're all coming to you and saying, "I want to take a picture with you."
I know I got them trained. I guess I don't know. I know in the beginning. I didn't get anybody famous sitting by me, but after a while, Charles Rosa came and sat and chilled out with me for a little bit, and then a lot of other ones too. Alex did, and I got some pictures up there with Hannah Goldie. I got some pictures up here, of Hannah Goldie. Yeah, I met them at Combat Night. Oh boy, I don't remember what year it was, but it was at Sway nightclub that Alex was fighting, and I went there, and then I even met Mike Perry. Mike Perry. Yeah, see, I moved everything. This was so much different before. I moved everything in here. I'm thinking Mike was back here, but he's not. And then Dana White is over here too with me. I made sure I got Dana White too on the wall. So
one of the other things you're doing that's fantastic is social media. So you're reposting everybody's media, and that really helps the promoters get the word out when they're doing a show. So I know they're very grateful to you. You've really become very important in the fight game in the state of Florida, very instrumental and critical to a promotion's success, getting the word out.
Oh yeah, I repost and repost. I'm doing that every time I see any of the promoters post something, or the matchmakers or anybody. I repost them, and whoever has a fight coming up, oh yeah, I blow up social media.
And do you get in conversations with the other fans and sort of you guys keep each other posted on what events are coming up? How do you stay in the know about when and where the next event is?
Facebook.
Okay.
Facebook, or like fighters. Fighters will message me and say, "Oh, got a fight coming up." let me know when it is and all that stuff. Oh yeah, I keep in touch with a lot of fighters. Yeah, a lot of fighters. So I see what's going on, so I can get them out there. You know.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're helping with that engagement. That's so important now for not only a promotion's success and a promoter's success, but it's important for the fighter's success too. They now it's part of their duty. It's not just becoming an amazing fighter inside the cage, but they have to really maintain a social platform and
Oh
maintain
yeah.
engagement. A lot of promoters are now asking fighters what their social media numbers look like before they'll put them on a card, because
Oh
they realize,
yeah.
some fighters have 10,000 followers. They're going to put a couple hundred people in the seats, and that's going to help
Oh
a
yeah.
promoter. So is that, you ever have those types of conversations with promoters now that they're starting to take notice of you?
No, I haven't. I haven't. None of that. But they know what I'm doing. They see my stuff all the time. Mitchell likes it. Daniel likes it. Daniel Donaldson, Daniel K, both of the Daniels, and a lot of them, and even Titan with Lex.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think they need to ask me.
No, you're going to do it
Because
either way.
either way, I'm gonna do it, and they know it. They know it. So
Now, with your
I'm doing.
passion, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. No, it's all
With your
right. It's
passion
all
for
right.
the sport, did you ever get the notion to maybe get inside the cage?
Oh no. I like to get inside the cage for pictures,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I'm always trying to get in the cage, like with Israel. Israel when he's putting them up, because I always go early. I'm always the first fan there at every one of them. So Israel, he brought me to before, during, and after. I came before, actually. He didn't bring me, but I came, and it was early. Well, they were still setting up the cage. During and after, I got home about 3:30 in the morning. So it was awesome. I love doing that. I love hanging out and seeing what they do. He does a lot. It's hard. It's hard work for him and his team that he has doing. Taking
Oh,
it
yeah.
down, putting it up, and and then all hours of the night sometimes, depending on what time the fights end. So
Yeah, promoters are the unsung heroes. People have no
yeah,
idea what they go through. It's really 2 months of nonstop work and
yeah.
stress and financial risk. And
Mhm.
even the night of the fight, you think, hey, it's a great job because they get to be in the sport of their passion. But even the night of the fight, they're so worried about how the fights are going to come off. Will the fighters get out on time? Will there be any
Mhm.
medical issues? Will there be any security issues? What about the gate? Am I going to make any
Oh
money?
yeah.
Am I going to make any money on the pay-per-view?
Mhm.
I hope no one gets hurt. There's just a million things on the
Mhm.
promoter's mind the night of the fight, and they're so stressed out. And they're always the first ones to be complained about, but they're the ones who are taking all the risk to do the show.
Oh yeah, I want to go. I want to go around with a promoter. That's one of my dreams, and walk out with a fighter. Yeah, I have a lot of things going on in my head.
Yep. Well, speaking of walking out, it was not too long ago that you would not have been able to do that. In 2002, you had
Oh
a bad
yeah.
car accident. The steering
Mhm.
wheel pinned you inside the car.
Oh
And I'll
yeah.
take a shot at this. This is the result of this nasty car accident. You had chronic inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy.
Yeah.
A fancy way of saying your nerves were messed up in your neck
Yeah.
and your
They're
back.
dead. They're
Yeah.
gone. Yeah.
Tell us about the accident and what it did to your body.
Well, it really messed my body up. I've had 20 surgeries, but that's including my 3 kids. So that's, way before. But no, the car accident was awful. The guy was coming out, didn't yield or anything, and it was a T-bone. He pushed me into this big wall, cement wall. My husband was in the car too at the time, and I yeah, I already had back problems, lower lumbar problems. I mean, 4 and 5 is messed up. I've had 2 surgeries and it's still messed up. And I had my seatbelt on, so it messed up my neck. So before the accident, I already was messed up. My back was messed up. So now it just made it more, and had another surgery on my lower back. And now I had to have neck surgery, which I had to have 2 neck surgeries. So it was, it messed me up quite a bit. It was a really bad accident.
So for a long time, I would see you kind of year after year after year at the shows in a motorized wheelchair, and it looked like you could barely even make that thing go. But now recently, I've seen you at shows walking around. So clearly you were able to get out of the motorized wheelchair. Tell us all about that. Tell us what that took, and maybe your mindset that you had to achieve and reach in order to have the inner strength to get out of that motorized wheelchair.
Oh, well, at first, of course, it was hard, because, there was pain. I couldn't even put shoes on. There was pain in my legs, and then it would go up my legs and up, up into my lower back, or down my neck and into my arms and hands. But no, it was tough getting out of that chair. I watched this podcast, and that's what motivated me more and more. The tools that they gave me, they gave me, I can, I will, and I must. And I've been living like that in beast mode ever since October 1st. But my mindset for all this, it was tough, because it was very painful. But I'm tough. I don't know. My kids tell me I'm tough all the time. They told me I was going to live till 200. So, we'll see. But I am. I do. I have a tough, I put my mind to it. I get things done. It was hard at the time. Of course, I couldn't move, and every time I got up, my legs would hurt, or I'd fall, or I fell a lot. I fell a lot of times through the years, before, but we got them strong enough to keep on going, and got rid of the cane and just kept on trucking.
Well, the name of the podcast is For the Fighter in You. And I am a firm believer that we all have a fighter inside us. Sometimes we forget that. Sometimes the fighter's kind of locked away, or just kind of on a stranded island somewhere, but we all have that fighter inside us. Clearly you had to access the fighter inside you to get out of that motorized wheelchair. And what a lot of people don't know is that, the doctors are kind of quick to put you in a wheelchair and give you the drugs, when in reality, we need to be encouraged to get out of the wheelchair and not to do drugs. But it takes that spirit, and it's almost like you have to get like a beachhead. You need to get some momentum. And I'm so glad you're listening to podcasts, because that's a huge thing for me as well, Debbie, where you listen to motivational, informational, scientific podcasts that give you little hacks, little biohacks that help us get better mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially. There's all these great masters out there. And I love that you found, what's the name of the podcast that you found that helped give you the vocabulary, the inner vocabulary, to start rewiring your brain, to start becoming stronger and stronger, to the point where you could actually get out of that motorized wheelchair? What's the name of the podcast?
Yes, it's called Change. Yeah, it's called Make a Change, Father and Son Podcast. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're slowing down. I'm not sure why. Oh, there you go. You're
back.
Can
you hear me now?
Yep, I got you.
Yeah, I don't know why either. Am I all right? Okay, sorry about that. That's technology, right?
Yep, not a problem.
Yeah, okay. No, it's called Make a Change, Father Son Podcast. Jeremy Davis and his father Russell, they're amazing. I listen to them all the time. I mean, I've sort of lingered off because of my grandson. You're running around for kids, but no, yeah, all the tools that they've given me, it helped me. For me, I've changed. I even changed my patience. You know, I've gotten more patience. You know, I mean, sometimes, okay, it gets a little out of hand, but you know, I think I've calmed down more. I've calmed myself down more. And I don't know, I'm proud of myself getting out of that chair. Sold the chair and told myself I'm never going back, and I keep on moving my legs as much as possible. Now I can't sit down. I've been in that wheelchair for so long, I can't sit. I want
Good
to
for
get
you.
up and go, you know?
You told me earlier you had a mantra that those guys gave you that you kept saying over and over and over to yourself in order to get the power to get moving again and get out of that chair. What was the mantra?
I can, I will, I must. And a beast mode.
Beast mode.
Yeah.
I like it. I
Can you
like
hear
it.
me okay again?
Yeah, I got you. You're
Yeah,
still
beast
coming in.
mode. Yeah.
Beast mode.
Yeah.
What did you
Okay.
get any
Yeah.
motivation, inspiration from fighters, sort of looking at how brave they are to get in the cage and all of the hard work that they have to put in order to be in shape to go into that cage and fight for 15 minutes or fight for 25 minutes? Were you sort of inspired and
yeah.
motivated by fighters?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely a lot of them. A lot of them. Especially the ones, you know, that'll get hurt, get back and then, you know, get back to better, you know, or injuries, you know, while they're training and stuff. Oh yeah, definitely. They definitely inspire me. All of them. All of them. Yeah.
So this is a good opportunity because for anyone who hadn't seen you, you were pretty done. I mean, it was like, looked like it was effort for you just to use the motorized wheelchair. And now you're up, you're going out to fight, you're walking around saying hi to everyone, you're exercising. What would you say to someone who's at home who might be watching this or listening to this, and they're having trouble with their motivation, they're having trouble with their health, and they really feel alone and they really feel isolated in that they're the only ones going through these problems? Would you have any kind of message or inspiration for someone who might be in that similar situation?
Well, yeah, of course. I would say never give up. I mean, I did. I did. I did give up. I was sitting in that chair thinking I was never gonna, you know, the doctors put in my head that I would never, you know, my legs would get weaker and weaker and not be able to walk again. But no, you gotta keep on going, get up, listen to motivational speakers like I did. They're out there. There's tons of them out there to get you going. Get up and walk, whether you want to or not. You know, just get up and go. I don't know. Just keep on going. Like I said, I can, I will, I must. Put it in your head.
Was there a distinct moment for you, Debbie, like a cathartic moment where you were in the chair and something happened and you just said, enough is enough, and you just had that thought of, I'm not going to be helpless anymore, I'm going to do this for myself?
Yes, yes. Actually, I wasn't even in the chair. I was at my daughter's up in North Carolina and I had my cane. And that's when I said to myself, I need to get rid of everything. I'm not going back home and not getting in that chair. And I didn't. I put it in my mind, you know, that I wasn't going to go back in that chair. You know, I might have had to use it a couple times, you know, because you can't go to the store, walk, you know, you have to, you know, I had to take step by step. It was like, you know, learning how to walk all over again, you know, without and deal with the pain, you know. So I had to use it sometimes, you know, to go to the store and stuff. But after I got rid of it, I said, okay, I'm going to take the cane and I'm going to walk over there and walk further and further each time, further and further. And once I got rid of that cane, now I walk, wow, like 4,000 or more steps a day. Every day I go and walk, you know, and sometimes even more. One time I hit 10,000 steps, you know, in one day. So that's a lot for me. But yeah, you can't give up. You gotta keep on going. I mean, I should have said that a long time ago because I was in that chair for quite a long time. But I did have a lot of surgeries and a lot of damage to my body. Now I'm waking it up and saying, hey, forget it. You know, don't, you're not bothering me no more. I'm going to keep on going. So
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
what does the future look like for you? We know you've been into MMA for over 20 years now. Have you set any goals, not only, for your own personal attainment in 2021, but set any goals in the MMA space?
Yeah, no, I have a problem. Sorry. No, sorry about that. No, my iPad, my tablet's gonna go off. I had to unplug it for the lights.
Oh, your
I had to
battery?
unplug it for the lights. Look, technical difficulties.
That's okay.
Sorry, man.
It's a part of podcasting.
Yeah, well, I don't have all the stuff, so I'm gonna be a little darker now, but you can still see me.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's go back to that question now. Can you refresh me and make sure I
Sure,
get the
sure.
answer right? Thank
Yeah,
you.
so basically, we know you've already been into the MMA space for 20 years now, supporting all the promoters in the Southeast. We know you've had sort of a 17-year journey since you unfortunately lost your husband, and since you've been, in the chair, and now you're out about. You become like a mini celebrity with everyone coming all around you, and everyone knows who you are now. You're just having a blast. So I'm asking, like, in the future, I'm sure you've set some goals for yourself because you know how to set goals or you never would have gotten out of that chair. So what are some of the goals you have for 2021? Not just, for going out and seeing MMA shows. I know you have those goals, but also work-wise and health-wise, what are some of your goals?
Oh, yeah. Well, once I get my grandson through this, COVID, to go back to school and all that stuff, I was going to go out and I want to go work at one of the MMA gyms, or I was going to try to. And of course, I got a crazy goal. I want a white pickup and I want to take it all over Florida and have all the fighters sign my truck. That's awesome. One of my wishes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, I would cover that event. Or have somebody drive it for me. Because I don't know if I want to get it with my nerves the way they are. I might be up and running and going, but driving is a little scary. My older daughter, she's a nurse. She says, I don't think you should drive anymore, Mommy. So I think I might listen to her.
Yeah, especially if there's leg issues, right? Because of the gas pedal and the brakes. Yeah.
I don't want my foot to go I can't feel my foot, or I'm not ready to go yet.
Right.
And then these crazy roads, all about them. You drive more than I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't driven in, I don't even know how long. My mom takes me places. My mom still drives.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, it's always nice visiting with you, and you are the personification of the reason I do this podcast, for the fighter in you. You've shown everyone at home and anyone who knows you, you've shown how to find that fighter inside you and how to wake him or her up and have them start fighting for you. And you've really done that. So I personally want to thank you for the example you've set, Debbie.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate you and all you do, and having me on this podcast. Thank you.
Absolutely. I hope that if it inspires even just one person, we've done our job. If people want to find out more about you and see your MMA wall of fame and see what you're all about, where should they go online?
Oh, on Facebook. I have, it is actually shookangie@gmail.com. I did change my email, but it is still signed under SHOOK Angie@gmail.com. Gmail, excuse me, not mom. Sorry about that.
Gmom?
But yeah,
I was wondering if that was some new address or something that I didn't know about.
Sorry.
For gmail.com, but not Gmom.
I'm too excited. Sorry.
Oh, it's great. It's great. Well, thank you for being with us, Debbie.
I had a good time.
Once again, you're such an inspiration. We know you've already got 20 years now in the MMA space. We look forward to seeing you for another 20.
I'm here.
Thanks, Debbie.
Not going anywhere.
Yay.
And then there's another
Thank you
picture
so
over there,
much.
which
I
I'll show you.
appreciate it.
See ya.
Kevin Dixon, he brought that over with his nice little doggy. And this was one of my first posters. And all the, and yes, and Abby Velasquez, he gave me that signed. Combat night. I got a lot of combat nights on here. Yeah, they gave me a lot of posters. And credentials. Yes, and Jessica Borg gave me that. There's Jessica. Jessica and her banner on my wall, which I love it. It's awesome. All these people. See, look. Renegades, Daniel Donaldson, and Mitchell Chamali. If I'm saying that properly, hopefully. Kevin. Justin Sims. That was at Titan. Yeah. And then we got, XFN. When I won the award. I got a picture with me. This guy's kissing me. There's Armando, Rise, Lex, Titan FC. I got so many people. Here's my door in the making. Still working on it. Loving memory of all these guys.